Hi, my name's Carlina. I'm a marketing coordinator with Victorian Finance, and today I'm going to teach you all about brand style guides. So as a realtor, I'm sure so many people have told you that you need to have a personal brand, and they're right. Your personal brand makes up who you are, who your business is, and as a realtor, you are your business. And I'm just going to kind of explain why you should start with a brand style guide. So first, I'm going to explain what it is, why you should use it. I'm going to show you Victorian Finance's brand style guide just so you can visually see what it's going to look like, and we'll go through each of the elements on there. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to create your own, where you should start, just general things like that. So yeah, let's get started. A cohesive brand identity conveys professionalism, reliability, and overall trust with your audience. Efficiency is another reason why you should have a brand style guide, just for creating content. Like I mentioned before, you can just give it to a graphic designer or another content creator, or for yourself. You already have all of your colors picked out, your typography, there's a lot less communication. It's just super easy and simple and efficient to give one brand style guide at the beginning rather than a graphic designer asking what your colors are or what logo you would want them to use if you've used them in the past and have had different logos. Another reason you should use a brand style guide is for brand protection. So you've already built up this brand and who you are as a person, who your business is, and this is just like a set of rules to make sure that it's coming off consistently and how you want yourself and your brand to come off. So it avoids misrepresentation, misuse. By accident or on purpose, it just gives you that extra brand protection in general. It also provides clarity between graphic designers. Like I've been saying, if you have a team, everybody's on the same page. Everybody knows exactly what your typography is, what your voice is, what your logos are. Everybody knows exactly how the brand identity is supposed to come off. I hope that was convincing enough for you to want to create your own brand style guide, or at least see ours just to see kind of where you should begin. So I'm going to show you Victorian Finance's brand style guide right now, and we'll go through the different elements. You are looking at Victorian Finance's brand style guide. I'm going to do a quick overview of it, and then we're going to do a deep dive into each of the different sections. So this brand style guide is a quick reference to our brand identity as a whole. So the background is this little like squiggly kind of graphic that I've been using in a lot of our social. The top has some of those circle graphic elements that are included in the graphic element section that we'll go over. And then we just have our logo at the top. I'm going to start off with our logos in the top left. So we have our monogram VF and then our regular VicFin logo, both in color and in black. We also have a white version. And to the right is our color palettes with the color codes underneath. Primary on top, secondary on the bottom, just to easily reference. And then directly underneath of that is our typography. So we mainly use Gotham Narrow Bold and Gotham fonts. So underneath of each of those are the different variations of those fonts, and each of the variations are in that specific font that's written out, if that makes sense. So Gotham Narrow Book is in the Gotham Narrow Book font. Gotham Narrow Black is in the Gotham Narrow Black font, just to easily reference that you're using the correct fonts. And right underneath of that are the graphic elements. So again, this is a working document. These have not always been our graphic elements. These are just kind of what I've been using in our socials and on our flyers. On the bottom left are our headshots, and this isn't like typical to include in a brand style guide, but for VicFin, our headshots are super important to our brand. We did caricatures for a while, and now we've kind of reverted back to regular headshots. So we are always going to have them in a round frame, like a circle frame, and they're always going to either have a white background or a light gray background. So it's super important when we have some people onboarding that these are the expectations we have for our headshots that are going to be on our business cards and all of their personal branded design pieces. And then in the bottom right is our voice that's written out. So this is super helpful when someone is writing copy for us. Instead of handing them a bunch of our different design pieces that we've done in the past and them trying to kind of gather like what our voice is, we have what we want to come off as our brand. So meet VicFin, your savvy mortgage partner with a twist. We're not your typical suit and tie lenders. We're the cool hip trendsetters of the mortgage world. It's just easily, as I've been saying this entire brand style guide, it's an easy way to reference how we want to come off as a brand. I hope that was convincing enough for you to want to make your own brand style guide, and the good news is that it's super simple to do by yourself. As I mentioned, we made our brand style guide on Canva. I got a template and I just kind of moved around, changed the colors to fit our brand essentially, and it took like an hour maybe, and we had everything that we needed already. Like we had our logos made and stuff like that. So if you need to like create your brand from scratch, it might take a little bit of time, but this will also help you map out your brand from the beginning. But it's very simple, and I hope that this video kind of helped you understand what a brand style guide is, why it's important to have for your brand. And yeah, thanks for joining me today.